Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Love Speaks. I'm your host, Candice Ruggiero. I'm a keynote speaker, educator, aspiring author, and podcast host. This show is all about opening our hearts, healing through love, and having the conversations that matter most. Tonight's episode is one that's close to my heart: bridging the gap, loving through differences. In a world filled with division, misunderstanding, and opposing views, it's more important than ever to nurture our connections, whether it's with a partner, a family member, or a friend. Love shouldn't be limited by our differences. Because if we truly love someone, then nothing else should matter. We're living in a time when people are quick to walk away when differences arise. We've allowed politics, religion, culture, and even personality types to divide us. But here's the truth: love is meant to be a bridge, not a barrier. A relationship shouldn't fall apart just because we don't always see eye to eye. Because think about it. Some of the strongest relationships are built not on sameness, but on respect for differences. And when we choose to love with intention, to speak with care, and to act with understanding, we can thrive in our relationships despite the gaps. I'll be honest with you. I've lived this. My late husband and I were total opposites. He was Italian and I'm Filipina. I'm from the Philippines. Our traditions and customs were very different, but we blended them to create something that works in our home. Spiritually, we viewed things differently at times, and politically, don't even get me started. He could be in a room with friends talking politics, and I'd just walk away with a smile because I already knew we weren't going to agree. But we had one very important agreement: mutual respect. We made a decision early in our marriage that we didn't have to see the world the same way to accept each other fully. We avoided debates that would only divide us and instead focus on what connected us: our values, our family, our future. That respect kept our family intact. I've also had friendships where we've clashed in opinion, especially politically. Some of my friends are what I call passionate thinkers, and that's okay. They know how deeply I feel about certain things, and I know how deeply they feel. But because we love each other and we care for each other, we've learned to just say, let's not go there. And it's not about avoiding hard topics, it's about protecting the bond. And here's something I've learned: we don't change for others, we grow for ourselves. When we accept someone fully, their beliefs, background, and all, we create space for genuine connection. That space is where real love lives. Whether it's with your spouse, your partner, your best friend, or even a coworker, it all comes down to intentionality. If you want to keep a relationship alive, you have to be intentional about your words, your tone, your timing, and your energy. Respect is not just about staying quiet, it's about listening with empathy. It's about saying, hey, I may not agree with you, but I value you. That energy alone can shift a relationship. And imagine this: what if we all live this way? What if we stop trying to change people and instead focus on loving them right where they are? We'd have fewer arguments, we'd build stronger communities, we'd create homes filled with peace instead of division. And most importantly, we'd live in a world where love wins. You see, we're all unique. We come from different backgrounds, have different upbringings, and see the world through different lenses. But what makes the human experience so rich? That is what makes the human experience so rich. Loving through differences doesn't mean compromising your identity. It means expanding your heart. Because at the end of the day, we all just want to be seen, heard, and loved for who we truly are. So let's be the kind of people who build bridges instead of walls. Let's choose love over ego, connection over being right, and unity over division. Let's live in a world where love speaks louder than hate, and where differences don't separate us but deepen our love. I just want to thank you again for joining me tonight on Love Speaks. I'm Candice Ruggiero, and I'll see you next time with more heart filled truth because love always speaks. Have a good night.